The Zen master Hozumi Gensho Roshi said, "Time, like flowing water, never comes back. The same is true for life." That is why today and now are so important. What is important is how one lives in the now. I love that quote, and for me it was brought really into sharp focus when a couple of years ago I had quite a serious health scare. At the time, it really made me reassess how I was spending my time, because suddenly there was all this time that I just assumed that I had that felt like it was being stripped away, and what I was left with was this really precious sense of the now. It actually made me feel really alive, and I could see all of the places where I'd been really wasting my time on worry and comparison and all sorts of stuff that actually wasn't really important to me. So if you knew that you were dying, how would you live differently? So it turns out I'm still here. On that particular occasion, I wasn't dying, but actually we all are. The one thing we know for sure in life is that eventually time will run out. In Zen, this is the symbol of the potential of all human beings. Now, once we light up our awareness to the reality of our impermanence, we can see this transient nature of reality. We're both solid and real, and yet at the same time part of this wider everything around us. And when we really grasp this, there's both this sense of freedom but also an urgency. What am I going to do to make the most of this time that I have? Not just from this perspective of this kind of small little me whose time is chipping away, but actually from this wider perspective. Now, whether the Zen way resonates with you or not, looking at this sense of impermanence and where we're spending our time is a really important thing to do. What are you spending your time doing? What are you here to do? Are you compelled, like me, to grow and learn and unlearn and be as here as you possibly can for this precious time? Because I know that I wasn't always that way. I spent so much time trying to earn and buy fleeting pleasures. And it took me quite a bit of time to recognise that actually what I was seeking was this deeper sense of happiness. This happiness that no one can give us and no one can take away from us. This happiness that is regardless of our external circumstances, because it doesn't come from out there. Instead, there is this wellspring, this subtle hum of happiness, a hum that we can hear, but we can only hear when we're tuned in, to the here and now, to this timeless presence. So, what are you going to do with your precious time? How are you going to choose to spend it wisely? Thank you.